Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Let's learn and grow together. Today we have taken the MCQ chapter Organic Chemistry, Basic Principles and Techniques in Organic Chemistry. It is a very important chapter for MSTCET, NEET and JEE Main also, because every year 3 to 4 questions are asked in case of NEET exam, and also 2 questions are asked for MSTCET, and at least 2 to 3 questions are asked for JEE Main examination. So we are going to see the 7 MCQs. We have selected 7 different MCQs based on different concepts. You can see these are 7 questions which were previously asked in the NEET examination, and the difficulty level of MSTCET exam is less as compared to the NEET examination. So you will be automatically prepared for the CET examination. The first question is the most suitable method for the separation of 1,1 mixture of ortho and para nitrophenols, and for that we must know the structure of ortho and para nitrophenols, or we can give the answer for this by elimination methods. It is not separated by sublimation, because for sublimation solid must be converted directly into the gaseous state. It is not a crystallization process. Chromatography technique is not used, hence steam distillation can be used, because orthonitrophenol is having intramolecular hydrogen bonding, because it has a structure like this, OH group and N double bond O minus. This is having positive charge, oxygen it is having negative charge, and there is an intermolecular hydrogen bonding between oxygen atom of nitrogen and hydrogen atom of phenol, intramolecular hydrogen bonding, and due to this intramolecular hydrogen bonding it is a steam volatile, while in case of para-nitrophenol this is an N double bond O minus, and there is a intermolecular, 2 or more molecules are associated together by intermolecular hydrogen bonding, hence it is not a steam volatile, while this compound is a steam volatile, hence steam distillation method is used for the separation of 1,1 mixture of ortho and para nitrophenols. The second question is the correct statement regarding electrophile is. आता दिसताना आपल्याला दिसतो एक क्वेश्चन फार मोठा आहे. This question is asked for 3 times, 2017, 1999, 93. Hence it is very important that separation of 2 or more organic substances from a mixture. The second question, it is a very lengthy question. It appears very lengthy, but it is very easy, and it is based on the concept of electrophiles and nucleophiles. Electrophiles and nucleophiles, these 2 questions are taken together, and these are previously asked questions. The correct statement regarding electrophile is, and the first statement is electrophile is a negatively charged species. It is a negatively charged species, and electrophiles are never negatively charged species, hence this option is not correct. We will not read the further things. Be neutral species and form bond by accepting electron from an electrophile. This is correct, but only neutral species are not there. Electrophiles are either neutral species or positively charged species. Hence, the correct option is a C. Electrophiles are either neutral species or positively charged species and can form bond by accepting electron from an nucleophile. Nucleophile can donate electron to the electrophile. Hence, the example of electrophiles are like this: BCl3 or AlCl3. These are the neutral species which can accept a pair of electron from a nucleophile because they contain 6 electrons in its valence shell, and the positively charged species are like CH3 plus is the electrophile. Hence, positively charged species are neutral molecules which can accept pair of electron from a nucleophile. It is known as electrophile, and by the definition of electrophile we can solve this question. Then the question number 3 is, which of the following statement is not correct for a nucleophile? Opposite to this electrophile, nucleophiles are electron releasing species and electrophiles are electron loving species. They are nucleophiles are electron rich species, while electrophiles are electron seeking species. Hence, which of the following statement is not correct for a nucleophile? Ammonia is a nucleophile. The statement is given: ammonia is a nucleophile. If we see the structure of ammonia, ammonia contains low pair of electrons and hence it acts as a nucleophile. Nucleophiles are the species, these are negatively charged species or neutral molecules containing lone pair of electrons. And how to find lone pair of electrons we have seen in the previous lecture. Hence, ammonia is a nucleophile. It is the correct statement. We have to find the incorrect statement. It attacks low electron density site. It can attack at the low electron density. That means it can attack here. In case of BF3, there are only 6 electrons around boron. Hence, it is electron seeking species, or it is having a less electron density. Hence, it can attack on the less electron density side. Hence, this statement is also correct. Then C is the nucleophiles are not electron seeking. Nucleophiles are not electron seeking. It is correct because nucleophiles contains lone pair of electrons or negatively charged species. And last is, it is a Lewis acid, and this statement is a wrong statement or incorrect, or it is not correct because these are Lewis bases, because they can donate pair of electron to other species. The species which can donate pair of electron to other species is known as Lewis base, and nucleophiles act as a Lewis base. Hence, it is necessary to distinguish between electrophiles and nucleophiles. You can find an MCQ on electrophile and nucleophile. Then the fourth MCQ is based on the reaction, and it is a dehydration reaction. In case of dehydration reaction, what happens? Beta elimination takes place. What is meant by beta elimination? If we take example of CH3CH2OH, this is an alpha carbon and this is a beta carbon. Always hydrogen atom is removed from the beta carbon atom in case of dehydration reaction. And if we take that example, also here this hydrogen atom is removed and this OH atom, OH group is removed, we get CH2 double bond CH2. In that molecule, this is an alpha hydrogen atom, alpha carbon atom, and it has 3 beta carbon atoms and also beta hydrogen atom. If we write the structure of this compound as like this, the carbon atom is here, OH group, CH2, CH3, and here is a CH3. This is a beta carbon, this is also beta carbon, and this is a beta carbon. Elimination of hydrogen atom takes place from beta carbon, and hence double bond can be formed here, double bond can be formed here, or double bond can be formed here, and double bond cannot form here because this is a gamma carbon atom and hydrogen atom is always removed from the beta carbon atom. Hence, there are 3 options which can be loosed hydrogen atom can be lost from these sites, and hence A is the correct answer, because this compound cannot be formed by dehydration of alcohol. It's alcohol. First it undergo removal of OH, formation of carbocation, and then H plus is removed, and in this way it is a beta elimination case, hence this compound will be not be formed. Then we'll move to the next question. Question number 5. Some metadirectic substances in aromatic substitution are given. Which one is the most deactivating? We must know the electrophilic substitution reactions of benzene are due to 6 pi electrons which are present in benzene. Benzene can donate these 6 pi electrons to the species which approaches towards the benzene, and electrophiles approaches towards the benzene due to presence of 6 pi electrons. If these 6 pi electrons are pulled by any species, it is deactivated. And if we observe the COOH, then NO2 having positively charged nitrogen atom, and it exerts two type of effects on benzene. It will exert negative inductive effect, minus I effect. That means it pulls the electrons towards itself from the benzene ring and decreases the ability to donate the electrons. That means it deactivates more by inductive effect and also by resonance effect. That is mesomerism. That means it shows negative inductive effect and negative mesomerism. That is the negative resonance effect, and hence NO2 group deactivates more than COOH, CN and SO3H. Hence the correct option is NO2, which can deactivate the benzene ring more than COOH, CN and SO3H. Then we have to arrange the following in increasing order of stability. Stability of carbocation, stability, sometimes stability of free radical is asked. Here stability of free radical is asked, and in case of free radical or carbocations, the stability depends upon number of hyperconjugating structures. Hence we will write the structure of this compound CH3, C, CH3, because CH3 twice and dot is present here, CH2 and CH3. Number of hyperconjugating structures possible for this compound are these three hydrogen atoms which are present adjacent to that carbon atom. These three hydrogen atoms and these two hydrogen atoms, total 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8 hydrogen atoms which can be help to this carbon atom which is having free radical. That means 8 hyperconjugating structures are possible, and number of hyperconjugating structures increases, stability increases. To the second compound, if we see CH3C, CH3, CH3, it will have how many hyperconjugating structures? How many alpha hydrogen atoms are present? And these are 3 plus 3 plus 3. 9 hyperconjugating structures are possible for this compound. For this compound, 8 hyperconjugating structure. For this compound, 9 hyperconjugating structure. The stability of second is more than first. And for this, we will see there are only 6 hydrogen atoms which can help that free radical. That means only 6 hyperconjugating structures are possible for that. We will not the structure. And only 3 are possible for this structure, and no hyperconjugating structures are possible for that. Hence the lowest stability will be of the fifth, the highest stability of the second, and the second is having here more stability than first because it is having 8 hyperconjugating structures, then 3 it is having 6 hyperconjugating structure, then 4 and then 5. Hence A is the correct option for this stability order of free radicals. And the last equation of this session is the base strength of CH3CH2 minus, CH2 double bonds CH minus, and CH triple bond C minus. We have to see first the main compounds CH3CH3, then CH2 double bond CH2, and CH triple bond C minus. Sorry, CH3, CH triple bond CH. These are the corresponding acids of these bases. We have to see the base strength. Before that, we must know acid strength. These are the conjugate acids, or these compounds are the conjugate bases of these. Hence, more is the acidic nature or stronger is the acid, its base is weak. If we compare the acidic nature of these compounds, we can assign the basic strength of the corresponding bases. Hence, we must know the acidic strength. Before that, we must know the hybridization of carbon atom of alkyne, alkene, and alkane. In case of hybridization of carbon of these alkynes, it is sp hybridized, it is sp2 hybridized, and it is sp3 hybridized. Percentage of S character increases, electronegativity of that carbon increases, and that hydrogen atoms are more acidic in nature. Hence, ethyne is more acidic, and its base with conjugate base will be less basic. Hence, lowest basicity will be of CH triple bond C minus. It will be lowest basic, and highest basicity it will be of CH3CH2 minus, because it is having lower acidic nature or lowest acidic nature as compared to these two, ethene and ethyne. Hence, the correct order of the basicity, basic nature is first is more than second, which is more than third. B option is the correct option. Like this, we have solved the different questions which were previously asked. In the next lecture, we will take another examples of basic principles and techniques. Thank you.
Hopefully you might have enjoyed the lecture. Then please do like the video and know your thoughts in comments. Please do share this video among your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. After subscription, you can press the bell icon to never miss the notification regarding our new videos. Thank you so much.